Hi you guys, it's Princess, and today I'm going to be making a different kind of video. There's lots of like things out there in the community like about renders and stuff, and like people don't really know what they're talking about, so I just thought to like release like my renders. These are all like personal preference, but like most of this stuff will help your videos look better. Like if you haven't noticed, almost all my videos that are like in the past like 2 months are in 4K. This video should be in 4K as well. And the reason that is to why is because YouTube has a new codec called like VP9 or something like that, and basically the higher quality your video is or is uploaded in, the less compression there is for the lower quality. So like 1080p, a 1080p video that's uploaded in 4K will look much better than just a 1080p video that's uploaded in 1080p as native, if that makes any sense. So I thought I'll release these. I don't know when I'm uploading this. I probably may never upload this. If you're seeing this, it's probably being unlisted. But yeah, first thing, we'll just hop into OBS real quick. Alright, so now we're back on the desktop. One thing you do before you open up OBS, if you don't, just make sure you always run OBS as administrator. If you like tend to forget, just right click OBS, go to file location, just go to properties, compatibility, and this box will be unchecked for you, so just check it real quick. This helps with like encoding lag and stuff like that. The first thing I do when I open up OBS is, or usually most of the time, is just open up the stats bar. This just helps test, tells me like what's skipping because of encoding lag. You want this as low as possible. The lower the better. But yeah, you want if this is really high and it's like in the yellow or red, that's probably the cause of encoding lag. Helps me see like while I'm recording if my Asus is lagging or like any other of my videos. So yeah, and also another thing, people think you should record in game capture. That is not the case. I always play Minecraft or record Minecraft in display capture because I lose 0 frames when I'm recording display capture. So that's the thing. And this is just preference. I don't really use a noise gate because my noise gates are kind of messed up. But yeah. Alright, now we're going to go in the settings tab, the most important tab, output, recording. I'm recording right now, so I can't change any of this. But basically, you want to record an MP4. And the encoder, you want to put NVENC new. If it doesn't show up as new, make sure you update OBS to the latest version. And then rate control, make this CQP. This will be like CBR or something. Make sure it's CQP, and then change this to max performance high. If you don't lose like any like FPS by doing this, and you try max quality, just leave it at max quality. It doesn't really matter. For me, I don't really care too much. It looks perfectly fine for me. Next part we're gonna go to is video. Right here, this is the most important part, I think, of if your videos can go to 4K or not and look good. So this right here is my base camera. So this is what I play Minecraft in. So whatever you play Minecraft in, or any game in general, you want these two to match. So if I play Minecraft 92 by 1080, I want to make sure this is 92 by 1080 and this as well. But personally, I play 1280 because that's what I've played for years, and I'm just comfortable with it. The downscale filter, make sure this is bilinear. This is probably the best option. You can go by cubic if you want to, but bilinear is the best option. This will be like common FPS. You want to set this to fractional, and I recorded 600 FPS like almost every video I upload. But personally, I would go 480, 420, which are like intervals of 60. You want to make sure they're always intervals of 60. So yeah. Next thing, we're going to go to advanced. If you're having encoding issues, you can put this to below normal. Personally, for me, it doesn't matter what it's at here. But if you're having encoding issues, put normal or below normal, because your CPU is obviously using too much of OBS. And also, color space. This is probably really important as well. People tend to think you should put this at 7 to 9, but you can actually use, in Vegas, you can change this to like 7 to 9. It helps like Minecraft look like darker for the colors. But yeah, now I'm going to go ahead and show you the renders for Vegas. Alright, so we're back on Vegas now. So basically just let me just import a clip here real quick. You know, put this clip. Oh, that's so long. I just put this in, so whatever. Let's drag this in here. No, okay. We'll just cut this by like 20 seconds. Alright, so we're just going to delete this. Alright, so one thing is, I'll put this in the description below. This is a, what you do is, so to make your colors look like good, you know, like, so look, it's like really light right now. So what I use is, it's called LE2 filter. This just changes it from 609 to 709. I'll put a link to this. So basically what you do is you right click on this one, and it should open up a new one wherever it went. Oh no, you gotta drag it in here. Alright, then it will open up this thing, and I'll put a link in the description for the thing you need to do. So just drag it to your desktop. It's called this 611.709 cube. Click open, and change this to best, and you can set this as a preset, and save. And so when you always go to check a video, just drag this in, and it should make your colors look better. But if I let me use this. So just pay attention to the preview. As soon as I uncheck the box, you see it's much lighter. So I check it, it's much darker. It helps everything look more vibrant. That's like one of the things I do. Sometimes I forget, and you know, it's kind of a pain to redo it, but it's really worth it in my opinion. It's another project properties. Mine's always reset, but I usually keep this at 5990. Put this to best box, and I just do 1280 because it's just lag whenever I do it. It just lags at 920. I can't watch it back. So now let's go to the renders. Render as real quick. Alright, so basically what you want to do is you want to look for Magic HEVC-AAC, or you can even use this one, the AVC-AAC, but in my opinion, if you can use this, and just choose whichever says end video on here. Just choose whichever. Hit customize, then do custom frame size 1280. Okay, you want to make this whatever you've recorded Minecraft in. So you recorded 1920 by 1080, you do this 1920 by 1080, but I recorded in 1280, so just add that. This put to 59, and then check these two, and then the bitrate. Now people like go crazy when they see the bitrate, but this is what helps it get to 4K. Without this, it would not reach 4K. And that's literally about it. I'll just go through mine. Actually, it's much easier. Customize. If you can't tell already, this is the first part. I can't really click on the second part because my video, but I'll put a link in the description to all of this, like the screenshots and everything. So yeah, now as soon as you do that, the file size might look big, but just render the clip out. We'll just render it to here, say yeah, alright, and then hit save. Alright, then we're gonna just hit render, and I'll come back to when it's finished. Alright, so this is the most important part in my opinion on how to get your video in 4K. So there'll be a link in the description to this website. Just click download FFMPEG, official website, then hit download. I already have it already, but once you download, okay, there'll be a folder. So here, I'll just download real quick just for the purpose of this. Just download this real quick, and then once we do that, we're going to extract this to the desktop. Alright, so we're just going to open this up. I want to drag this to your desktop. Alright, as soon as you drag that, you want to rename this just so it says FFMPEG. Look at this. So now what you want to do is you want to put this in your C drive. So just dump it in here. I already have it in here, so I'm going to drag it in here because I already have it in here. This is what it is. But yeah, so I'm going to go do that. As soon as you do that, you then want to go Windows Start and type in edit, and click on edit system environmentals, and then you want to click environmental variables, and now you want to click on the one where it says path. You want to hit edit, and this will not be here. This is the one that helps it work. You want to hit new, and then you want to type in C, alright, C, then / FFMPEG / bin, and just hit OK. But I already have it in there, so I'm not going to add it. And just hit OK, and you should be good to go. You should see it in the corner right here. And after that, once you do that, is you want to go. You then want to make a folder. Here, I'll just drag it in. You want to make a folder called upscaling. You want to call it scaling. Alright, I'm gonna call this. I'm gonna call it testing, but you want to call it upscaling because it'll work in the process. So just open this, put a new text document, and you want to name it. You can just name it whatever for now. We're gonna open this up, and I'll put a link to the code I'm about to send. I'll just go through Discord real quick. Okay, and then you want to opens up. I don't think I'm allowed to put the Discord link, but I'll definitely, if you can get around and find someone who has it, you can definitely join the Discord. That'll be helpful. But once you have it here, you want to change these. So what you want to do is you want to go to this PC, and you want to go to C drive, and basically want to go to users, and then whatever user you are, then desktop, and then find the folder, which is mine, test, and you basically want to copy this file path. So I'll do my case, and then I'll do desktop, and then test as my folder. If yours says upscaling, just leave it as upscaling. Mine's desktop. Then just put this as test. Then what I do is file, save as, saying you can name it whatever you want, 4K, all files. Make sure you type in .bat. Make sure this is on all files as well, because otherwise this will not work. Hit save, close. You can delete this now. So whatever. Okay, now what you can do is now get your render clip, open folder. What we're going to do is now we're going to drag in our file right here. So notice how you cannot open it right now because it's HEVC. Don't worry about it. If you have VLC media player, you can play the video back, but that's just because it's not upscaled yet. So just put in this folder, and whenever you drag in the folder, make sure you name this to converts. And then once you do that, just run this. And now what it's doing right now is starting the upscaling process. This shouldn't take too long. It'll take about how long the video is. So if your video is like 1 minute, it'll take about 1 minute. But yeah, I'll just come back to it when it finishes. Alright, so the video just finished. As you can see, it's video in all caps. And if we play it back, it may not look that good on recording right now. But if I go to properties, go to details, as you can see, 380/40 by 2160. And so you can just upload this to YouTube. It should look perfectly fine. If you're not able to play back your video, or your file is corrupted every time you do it, just right click this, hit edit, and what you do is just type in here, if I can get to it, just go to the third line, type in pause all caps. So what this does is, as soon as it finishes, it'll say if there's any errors that it couldn't complete it instead of just closing the application. But if you don't have any issues, you should be perfectly fine. But yeah, that's about it. Alright, so basically those are the exact renders I use. Hopefully this helps out some people like that have no idea how to use your renders. I'll probably make another video about this for people who do not have an NVIDIA graphics card, because these unfortunately these renders will not work without a graphics card, but or NVIDIA graphics card. So yeah, hopefully I was able to help out some people. If this does good, I might make another one. But yeah, that's about it. Peace out.